History remembers warriors and the powerful, be they rulers of empires, conquerors, or kings. But beneath the glow of their thrones lie stories of those who paid the price for this power. This is the story of one such boy, hidden under the glittering facade of a throne. Sporus, a boy who became a victim of the infamous Roman Emperor Nero's cruelty. Experts believe that the name Sporus might have been given to him when his suffering began. It originates from the Greek word sporos, meaning seed or semen, possibly alluding to his castration. However, David Woods offers another interpretation, linking it to the Latin word spurius, meaning illegitimate child. Perhaps Nero mockingly called him spurious, or combined the Greek and Latin meanings to underline his contempt. This is not just the story of a name, but a symbol of pain and struggle that Sporus endured. Little is known about Sporus's early life, except that he was a free and ordinary boy. But his life changed the day fate brought him before Nero. The emperor, grieving over the death of his wife, Poppaea Sabina, sought someone to fill the void in his life. Sporus bore a striking resemblance to Poppaea, and that was enough for Nero. But this wasn't love. It was entirely a display of power. Nero ordered Sporus to be castrated, stripping him of his identity, freedom, and future. Perhaps the most shocking part of this story is what happened next. Nero publicly married Sporus in a grand ceremony. Sporus was dressed in royal gowns, adorned with jewels, and paraded as Nero's new wife. According to some historians, Sporus might have been a Puer Delicatus, a practice where young boys of exceptional beauty were chosen and castrated to serve their masters. Puer Delicatus boys were chosen solely for their beauty and charm. This practice reflects the cruelty and inhumanity of the time, showing how innocent lives were crushed without mercy for power and lust. Roman historian Cassius Dio noted that Sporus was a free boy, making his story even more tragic. It highlights how an ordinary life that should have enjoyed freedom and respect was torn apart by the brutal games of power. Nero's second wife, Poppaea Sabina, died in 65 AD. It is said that Nero killed her by kicking her in the stomach during an argument while she was pregnant. Later, he regretted it, but by then, it was too late. In early 66 AD, Nero married Statilia Messalina. Around the same time, he married Sporus, who resembled Poppaea. After their marriage, Nero took Sporus to Greece and later to Rome, appointing Calvia Crispinilla to oversee his wardrobe. Before this, Nero had also married a freedman named Pythagoras, who played the role of his husband, while Sporus was forced to act as his wife. People mockingly referred to Sporus as lady, empress, and mistress. Suetonius, a Roman historian, recounts how a Roman citizen sarcastically remarked that the world would have been better if Nero's father, Gnaeus Domitius Ahenobarbus, had married a castrated boy, implying that a monster like Nero wouldn't have been born. Before Nero's death, during the Calends festival, the first day of each Roman month and the origin of the word calendar, Sporus gave him a ring engraved with the abduction of Persephone by Hades. This was seen as another bad omen for Nero's downfall. In June 68 AD, during Nero's final days, Sporus was one of the 4 people with him. Alongside him were Epaphroditus, Neophytus, and Phaon. Before committing suicide, Nero sought solace not in his wife Statilia, but in Sporus, showing the extent of his twisted attachment. After Nero's death, Sporus came under the protection of Nymphidius Sabinus, the Praetorian Guard's chief, who treated him as his wife and called him Poppaea. But Nymphidius's ambition to become emperor led to his death at the hands of his soldiers. In 69 AD, Sporus became connected with Otho, the second contender in the year of the 4 emperors after Nero's death. Ironically, Otho was once Poppaea's husband, whom Nero had forced to divorce her. Otho's reign lasted only 3 months. After losing the Battle of Bedriacum in April 69 AD, he took his own life. Following Otho's death, his rival Vitellius became emperor. Vitellius planned to humiliate Sporus further by staging a gladiatorial show reenacting Persephone's abduction, with Sporus as the sacrificial victim. But before this cruel spectacle could occur, Sporus took his own life. Sporus' story doesn't just expose Nero's cruelty and excesses, it also sheds light on how human dignity and emotions were crushed in the power games of ancient Rome. His story symbolizes the untold suffering buried beneath the grandiosity of history. If you found this video insightful, please like it. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to uncover more untold tales of history.